So what is IP or intellectual property? The definition says that the intellectual property refers to creation of the mind, such as inventions, literary and artistic work. So the most noticeable difference between intellectual property and other forms of property, such as land, estate, house or jewelry, is that the intellectual property is intangible. What that means? It cannot be defined or identified by its own physical parameter or by any physical property. So intellectual property is the name which is given to patents, trademarks, copyrights, industrial designs and other types of intangible property that arise from creations of the mind. So now the second question is, what are IPRs or intellectual property rights? The IPRs are the rights which are given to persons for creations of their minds. What that means? The intellectual property rights are provided to inventors in terms of patents, trademarks, copyrights, industrial designs or geographical indications related to his or her area of production. Now another question comes to our mind is, what are various types of intellectual property rights? There are basically of 4 types, that is patents, trademarks, copyrights and trade secrets. But here it must be noted that the scope and definition of intellectual property is constantly changing with the inclusion of new forms under the shadow of intellectual property. For example, in recent times, the geographical indications and the protection of plant varieties are included, as well as protection of semiconductor and integrated circuits are included under this umbrella. So now let's study what are various international bodies and treaties for the protection of IPRs. So there are many international organizations such as WIPO, GATT, WTO, and international agreement is there which is called as TRIPS agreement. So WIPO is the World Intellectual Property Organization. GATT is General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, which was amended in 1994. And third is WTO, World Trade Organization. So according to these international bodies, some agreements are made between the member countries, and one of that agreement is called as TRIPS agreement, which is the trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. So this is an international legal agreement between member nations of the WTO, World Trade Organization, for the protection of IPRs. So as per international agreement of TRIPS, what IPR covers for the protection of IP? So as per this TRIPS agreement, which was adopted in 1995 by many countries, the IPR covers following areas: copyright and related rights, trademarks, geographical indications, industrial designs, protection of new varieties of plants, layout designs, and undisclosed information including trade secrets and test data. So I hope you have now thorough understanding of this topic of introduction of IPRs.